Good, good, good.
Yeah, you can feel free to sit back. You don't have to like lean forward or anything.
I like to lean forward. I like to be more attentive.
Okay.
In my car, like a lot of people, it's like this. My shit is like this, cause I'm like.
I noticed that when I got back in the car yesterday, it was all the way like scrolled up or rolled up, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Like I just like for like safety reasons, I feel more comfortable like with everything like close up than like this, cause I'm like, what if I'm like, oh god, I can't reach it? And it's just like,
that's so funny.
Like, my mom is like always like this. I'm like, I don't like that unless I'm like in the passenger seat. Mm-hmm. But if I'm like driving, I'm like, no, I need everything to be like up close, like right here. I just feel more secure.
Okay.
And speaking of security, do you?
Oh yeah.
Speaking of security, what do you think about Secretary Amanda Waller and her supposed Task Force X?
I really like it because you have this. I don't know if morally gray like even sums it up enough, you know? Because you have this really just she's on the good guy's side, or she's in it for the safety of America, the world, you know? But like she's kind of just using lives as human fodder, regardless of like whose life it may be. I think that's like great. I think as a character, as a story plot, what?
Man, you just got to crush out Amanda Waller, don't you? Yeah, you do. Look at him. He's blushing. But no, I'm with you on that.
No, I think that's great. Like, it's really atypical from what we see. Mm-hmm. And just like comparing it to like its Marvel contemporaries, like Thanos was the big bad of the Infinity Saga, but he was really only in 2 movies, and he, while he wasn't like a plain black and white villain, I feel like Amanda Waller has him beat in just like the philosophies, methodologies.
Maybe like how menacing they are in their characters.
Yeah, because honestly, I don't find Amanda Waller menacing or like threatening. Well,
because her nickname in the comics, like earlier on, it's the wall.
That's so funny.
You feel me? It's like, no, you I don't move around you. You move around me.
What are your thoughts on Amanda Waller?
I think she's a very interesting character. Viola Davis plays her perfectly. But yeah, like you were saying, I do like that she's like an atypical person, because it's like she's basically if a villain was on the good guy's side, because like yes, she's trying to like protect America's assets and everything like that. But like she's a villain. She's a fucking menace. You feel me?
She just happened to land on like the right side of the law.
Yeah, I'm like, this is just because like, you know, like fuck it, yeah, like exactly. But she's cool. I do like that. She basically is a villain. Like she's the type that it's like you never want to see them like win because of how much of an asshole they are. But she always just moves forward, moves up, and everything like that. So that's kind of fun.
Really reminds me of Umbridge from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Just this unlikable. Yeah. Like you sometimes the villains aren't as like bad as she is.
Yeah, because like yes, Voldemort was the main villain, but I genuinely dislike Umbridge.
Yeah,
I don't dislike Voldemort. It's just all that he's a villain, but yeah. So like, how would you do like a Suicide Squad movie?
A Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah, man.
And this is like just its own thing.
It like however you want to do it. If you say I want to put it in the motherfucking DC movie continuities, then I would do it like that. Or if I just want it to be my own thing, or you know,
That is an interesting question. Like, will this be in the DCU or DCEU? Will the Suicide Squad be in the DCU because that's James Gunn's baby, but it references all of the DCEU shit?
I do feel like when the DCU happens, I do think that they're gonna keep some sort of continuity with the DCEU.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause,
I mean, Henry Cavill, case in point, right there.
yeah, it's Henry Cavill, and it was the suit from Man of Steel. You feel me? And like, they're all now in like a very loose continuity.
Yeah.
So I feel like, why not just tie that all in?
Okay.
They can't. It would be weird if they just rebooted it and still brought back Henry Cavill as the same Superman. That'd be like weird.
So, yeah, in that case, moving forward, I'll just consider this a sequel to James Gunn's 2021 The Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
And this, you and I have kind of talked about this a lot. Mostly your idea, because you have a really fleshed out idea.
I mean, it could use some work, but thank you.
I would just what I think the last two Suicide Squad movies have lacked is like genuine like stakes. Cause like yes, there have been death in both of the movies of the main like squad, but none of them have really felt perilous or weightful, impactful.
It never felt like, maybe they might not make it out of this.
And also, I've never cared if they make it out or not.
Clutch the pearls.
Because the first one had like the Diablo. Is it El Diablo or just Diablo?
I think it was El Diablo.
He sacrificed himself, and I didn't care.
Diablo.
I didn't care about his death. And then, spoilers.
Nah, it's 2022. You gotta seen it already.
And in the last one, Polka Dot Man. Who else? Oh, Rick Flag.
Rick Flag, Captain Boomerang, Pete Davidson's character.
Oh, but like ones that I actually care about. That's the thing. Like, the Suicide Squad from 2021. It like kind of paid lip service to the idea of Suicide Squad by throwing away a bunch of rando characters.
Yeah, but it's because you already knew that they were the random characters. You already knew that. So, and James Gunn is saying like, yeah, man, it's gonna be a bunch of people that die, and you don't know who's gonna die. I know who's gonna die because also like in the trailers you present them as two different teams because the teams are not interacting with each other at all. So like no one is going to the movie because Pete Davidson's character was in it and motherfucking Calendar Man and fucking like Mongo's daughter or whatever. Like no one's going for them. They're going for Idris and Margot and the rest of the team.
John Cena.
And John Cena, yeah.
But exactly. So like that is something I would really want to utilize in this sequel, or in my idea of a sequel, where you genuinely do not know who is safe. And not so much so like you're necessarily scared of what's going to happen, but like this is exciting because you don't know where the plot is going to go. I would love to play up like this is genuinely a suicide mission. Amanda Waller maybe doesn't even expect anyone to come back alive from this, but she's just throwing everything she has at this problem. I don't know what the problem would be, because I really only have like a tone of feeling.
Okay.
So no specifics, but I would really want majority, maybe only like one or two to survive. Like,
oh wow.
Legitimately, all of them get wiped out, and then like the one or two that survive it maybe come back for revenge or are thought to be dead as well, and basically they come after Amanda Waller in the sequel, or maybe they, depending on who it is and what the scenario is, maybe they end up switching sides to like fight against Waller. That would be my ideal sequel on how you can take the Suicide Squad concept further, but in a new direction. Yeah, that's my idea.
I fuck with that. That's dope.
Thank you.
Who would you want to direct it, maybe?
So directing, I would want all of the stars who survived the 2021 one to come back. Maybe a few fresh faces. but those are characters. So directing, I would want someone who can transition the tone mid-movie, basically. Because I would like it to start out kind of like how the tone of the James Gunn one felt. Just kind of fun and like quirky. You think you're in for another ride.
Yeah.
But then like maybe they figure out Amanda Waller lied to them and they're not coming back from this mission, and the whole like latter half of the movie is just like intense, like survival or something.
What about I forget his name, the man who did Parasite.
It's like Bong Joon-ho.
I don't know what it was, and I didn't want to mispronounce.
Okay.
That's fine. But yeah, because he can do that.
But can he do action though? He did Snowpiercer, yeah?
Oh yeah, I was about to say, yeah, he could do it then. Have you seen Snowpiercer?
I have not seen Snowpiercer.
Oh man, you got to add it to the list. It's a good one.
So you recommend him for that concept?
Yeah, wow. Yeah,
Okay.
Parasite and Snowpiercer. Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll go with that then. Yeah, that would be my idea.
You're
and
welcome.
like, I would. Thank you.
That was my idea.
And
No,
I would also like kind of even to drive. I don't know if this has ever been done, and I don't know if it's a good idea, but I feel like it would be really interesting if you get two different cinematographers, one for the first half and one for the second half of the movie.
Wow.
Where like it legit feels like two different movies, but like purposefully. I feel like that could be really interesting.
That would be very interesting.
Yeah.
Who's the two that had to that survive at the end?
Who survived? I'm trying to remember. It was like Rat Girl, Harley Quinn, Idris Elba,
John Cena.
I think that was it. Oh, the shark. Did the shark die?
No, I think the shark lived.
Shark has to die in mine.
Just gruesome fucking.
I think it would be kind of cool.
Why does he have to die, bro? And how would you do it? Yeah.
I don't know. Rat Girl would have to die.
Damn. She gets eaten by Shark Man, and then they kill the Shark Man, and that's how he dies. It's like, damn, he was our friend, and he was finally being not dumb and all that shit.
I kind of think, oh man, that's a really good question, because it to me it does come down to Peacemaker, or John Cena, Idris Elba, and Margot Robbie.
Have you seen the Peacemaker show?
I have not.
Oh, you got to see it. You got to watch it.
I would love it if like just one of them made it out, but it's like which one?
I personally would go for Idris.
Have him make it out.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards John Cena right now, but it's honestly up in the air.
Watch Peacemaker.
Yeah,
I like that idea though. I
Thank
like that
you.
a lot.
Thank you. What so you want to delve into your idea?
So, and this is like a rough idea. I haven't like fleshed it all the way through, but like the first movie I'm picturing kind of like, and I would want this to be just, I guess, my own continuity.
Okay, unrelated to everything.
Yeah, so it's the team, and it's like a gritty, movie, and it's like a combination of Dread and the Raid Redemption. And so it's this team, and like also like because I understand that they're the protagonists of the story, but my thinking is they're all villains, they're all bad guys. So just have them be the bad guys. Obviously, make them interesting characters, and you could still have them go through some sort of an arc, but it doesn't have to be like I'm just a misunderstood guy, not necessarily. So you have that team, and it's Deadshot, Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang. And like a few others, but they've been working for Waller at this point like maybe 5 or 10 years already.
Jeez.
So they're used to it basically, and it's like Joker is in this building and he has like a bomb or something like that. You have to get it. You have to go in there. You have to infiltrate this warehouse or this penthouse or whatever, like just a massive building. Get it and then get it back to base, obviously, and that's the whole thing. So it's. They get to the building, and just like, Dredd in the Raid, everybody, all of these floors, all of these like, 50 floors, because fuck it, it's all Joker goons, so they have to fight their way up to the top because that's where it is, and they're just running out of energy and resources, and like the team's falling apart and like da 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 da. But and like people are just like the teammates are just dying. But I would present it in like all of these guys are seemingly equally as important, and so then in that way you don't know who's gonna die really. But yeah, and it, just be like a darker, more gritty, like David Ayer-esque type movie, and then they get there, like let's say they get the thing and they just bring it back, and that's more or less how that movie ends. And like also, they're like, okay, here we go, or here you go, Amanda. Here's the thing you wanted. She's like, good. Now go back to your fucking cells. And it's just this really somber note because also like. They're all assholes and they're a team, but they're also kind of friends just because they've all been in this for so long. So it's like, this is a shitty life because I saved the world and I just go back to jail and some of my friends are dead. And that's just the cycle that I'm stuck in. And then the second...
So no run-ins with Batman in that first one?
Nah, I don't think I don't know. You could throw like a cameo in there, but it's like...
I'm just asking because like Joker...
Yeah, I don't think they need to... Maybe there's like an end credit scene or something like that.
Maybe it's not in Gotham.
Oh shit, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, maybe because I feel like that would be the easiest way to just work around that.
Yeah, and you could have it like maybe Batman shows up like after, because maybe he was just dealing with like Justice League business, but there was originally I had this idea where like Batman was kind of involved, but then it was like, well, because in his movies I want his arc to go this way, so that would just kind of conflict. But So in a movie with this movie, I would get maybe like Chad Stahelski, the guy from John Wick. I'll get him to direct it because he's good with action, and also the way John Wick was, it was like, how is he going to survive this if the entire city is on him? So I would want that, and I would just want the movie to feel, just not hopeless, but almost like cynical kind of. I would want that first movie to just have that feel, kind of like Rob Zombie's the Devil's Rejects, where you're just thrown into the middle of all this bullshit and it's like that.
So I kind of actually, this is just a side note. Like, I don't want to take up too much of your brainwaves right now, but
no, you're chilling, bro.
Just going off of the reception to the Snyder Universe and the David Ayer Suicide Squad, people really didn't seem to fuck with that whole cynical. I wouldn't even really call those cynical movies, but they're not lighthearted.
Yeah, they weren't fun.
So like, would you kind of just ignore that and do what you want, or would you try to like, basically try to circumvent that in a way?
As Chris Nolan once said, "Fuck it. This is the story that I want to tell, and I have the resources to do it, and so I'm gonna tell it. So you can either like it or dislike it."
Okay. Yeah.
And like I'm not, and it wouldn't be like I'm gonna do what I like, so fuck you guys. It's not like that. It's just this is the story I wanted to tell.
Yeah.
And this is the story that I told.
Okay.
So
Okay.
And then.
So sequel.
Yeah. It's like I think the idea for an antagonist that I had. Oh, it was the Amazo android. So like they're all in their cells.
Really?
Yeah, and they're like, and Amanda Wallace are like, wake the fuck up, everyone get to the main office now.
Oh wait, for those who don't know, do you want to explain what Amazo is?
Yeah, and this is gonna.
Oh, you're going to? Okay.
Yeah. So they all. It's like middle of the night or whatever. They have to just get like suited and booted. They're in that main computer room that she operates in, and like, what's going on? And she's like, this is Amazo. You need to go in there and you need to stop him. Like why? What the fuck? He took out the Justice League. How did God! He took out the Justice League. So now it's all on you guys. How the fuck, Amanda?
Harley Quinn, this is all you, babe.
Yeah. So it's like how did they? What do you mean it took out the Justice League? What is it like? Yo, this crazy ass dude, Dr. Ivo made an android, and it can observe and duplicate and replicate the abilities of others, basically. So it's kind of like, oh shit. Like, so the whole thing is like, how are we gonna stop this thing that if it stopped the Justice League by itself, what are we gonna do? Because half of them don't even fucking have powers.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know, and this is the movie where like it's not in the one singular building. Like they're in the city, and it's like basically just against like a single force Justice League. But you know,
That's interesting. Okay.
And you know, more of the team is getting killed and shit. And it's like, so I would basically just have like Captain Boomerang, Harley Quinn, and Deadshot. They would be like the main trio. I'm just the most familiar with them. But then, and I don't know exactly how to get to this point, but I wanted it to end with like, you know, they, by the skin of their teeth, they do find a way to defeat the Amazo android. But then they find out, oh, okay, I remember what it was. Like, yeah, they're like, okay, we got to, because, you know, we're going to get like a bunch of time shaved off our sentence for this. And like maybe somewhere along the way, they either find like an email or they read like a report or just like overhear her on the phone and like, yeah, I haven't been shaving any fucking time off their sentences. And so they're just, you know, and they don't know it. Cause also it's like, you only would shave a little bit of time off at a time. And they have, you know, they all have like triple life, quadruple life sentences. So like, even if I was, it wouldn't fucking matter. So when they hear that, you know, they go into her office basically, and then they kill her, and they're like, okay, yeah. So we need to be on the run because it's like, you know, they're gonna like know it was us, so I suspect it was us. But they also find a way to get those explosives removed from their heads. So they do that, and then they go and kill Amanda Waller. But then because Rick Flag is there, Rick Flag would just be, you know, like ultra patriotic. I'm super about America. So he is leading the charge against the Suicide Squad, and like he's snitching, like he's telling like FBI, CIA, you know, all these like organizations like Argus, and so, but that's where it leads into. So the first movie just ends basically with them killing Amanda Waller, and then the third movie it's them on the run from every government organization, and at one point like the Justice League would even get involved. So there is like a low-key Suicide Squad versus the Justice League fight, but it wouldn't be the whole movie because they would just destroy the fucking Suicide Squad. Right. But it would be like that. What's up?
It would be really cool, especially in that movie where the Justice League is coming after them, where we could really see how smart and crafty these supervillains are.
Yeah.
Because they don't measure up to these superheroes like on a power stance, but they're the villains for a reason. Like they can get out of shit. Yeah. They can survive shit. They're like just super resilient. Yeah. That would be really cool to see like firsthand. Like we always see the hero from the hero's perspective going into like after enemies. Yeah. What is it like from the enemy's perspective when this fucking Superman is coming for you?
Oh yeah.
That could be really cool to see.
That would be like a fucking horror movie because that would be so insane. So
yeah, exactly. So would you get Chad Stahelski to do 2 and 3 as well?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
Yeah, but yeah, that's how. And the original idea that I had for how they would like kind of get out of a Justice League fight, I was thinking like, you know, because Batman has some sort of relationship with like most of the characters on the Suicide Squad, and maybe like he's kind of like there is like the respect between them and stuff like that. So I had this idea like, what if Batman basically found a way for them to escape, but it's like under the condition like you work for me now, and like, you know, like it's not gonna be any more crime. You're gonna be my team.
Maybe he's the one who like showed them the email from Waller.
Oh yeah. Because I was kind of thinking you had mentioned Batman. Like, what if he had these little, just really small cameos sprinkled throughout, and like it's him like maybe like he's leaving Waller's office and he sees like Floyd Lawton and he's like, hey Bats, how's like my daughter doing? Like she's good or something like that. And like he just like keeps walking, and it's like, you know, little interactions like that. Like, you know, like we respect each other, but we're still adversaries. So we kind of like that. And but yeah, the original idea was that like the Suicide Squad works for Batman because he's trying to like do things in a different way. But then like I knew that I wanted Bruce Wayne to retire being Batman, like in his own story. So it's like, well, if he retires being Batman, then he wouldn't have that need to lead the Suicide Squad. So, but maybe like he's still just like, you guys can escape, but like if you do any more crimes, like I'm Batman, I will come for you, I will fuck you up. and then like Superman maybe is like descends from the sky. He's like where'd the Suicide Squad go? I can't see them. And Bruce Wayne says something kind of like aloof and walks away, and Superman just kind of glares at him like, are you fucking serious, Bruce? You let them go, but you're Batman, fuck it, I'll let you have this one.
That would be really interesting, like if that was a backdoor setup to like a future Justice League movie where the Suicide Squad starts helping them.
Oh, that would be dope.
Because they're like under Batman.
That would be fucking
That'd
dope.
be really interesting. I mean, that could tie into The Rock's like, how do I get Black Adam to verse Justice League and Suicide Squad? What if like it's because Batman is employing the Suicide Squad along with Justice League to try to take out Black Adam?
That would fucking work.
That'd be really cool.
That would be dope.
This Batman, because this is unrelated to Robert Pattinson and Ben Affleck, who would you get? Just curious.
When I was coming up with these ideas, like they were kind of, if I were to take the Snyder in a slightly different direction, so I would want to get like a Dark Knight Returns type Batman, just an older one.
Mr. Brolin?
Yeah, Brolin was definitely on my mind for a very, very long time because he has the look and the demeanor and stuff, but he's just so short.
A Mr. Gibson?
Mel Gibson? Nah. Oh, maybe I could kind of see like Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Ooh, that could be cool.
Because also he was Thomas Wayne in BVS, so.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
I would probably do that. And like, just have him, because, like since he's older, like I would just have him like bulk up a little bit, but he doesn't need to be super lean and like with the abs, just like a big fucking brawler type dude.
Right. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, like he's not on any like steroids or anything like that, but like bare hands, he could punch a hole in some bricks. Jeez Louise, that's terrifying.
I will say, I would, like going back to, I guess the future of what could happen, under James Gunn. Mm-hmm. I do see the return of Will Smith. Like,
I sure hope so.
I don't know if it's in the cards because I know he was asking to be in the Justice League.
Yeah, that's a bit much for me.
It is a bit much, but I think they could really, really, really easily bring him back in without the Justice League shit, because they just, in the Suicide Squad from last year, they showed that huge prison facility. He could just be in one of the cells, part of one of the teams.
Yeah.
And I could see I would not mind Will Smith coming back. I don't know if he will, because he and Idris Elba's characters were
they're the
damn near
same
the exact
character.
same character.
I'm like, bro, like it's so weird to me that you got, instead of getting Deadshot, you just got Deadshot, but a different version of him. It's like, bro, because again,
same daughter dynamic.
Yeah, daughter dynamic. The leader of the team, because they're the most popular out here, basically. Right. Like both have a thing with like guns and shit, and like
both have like this friendship camaraderie with Margot Robbie.
Yeah,
or Harley Quinn rather. Yeah, very interesting. But I could see maybe going back to my idea where like only one of them makes it out. Maybe it's if Will Smith were in that movie, maybe it's Deadshot and Peacemaker, or because I'm really against having Margot Robbie survive, but I really do like her Harley Quinn, just because she's the fan favorite, and it's like, of course she'll live. Yeah, that's really the only reason why I would want her to die, is because it would be extremely left field.
Oh, I like that.
Especially if she were the first to die.
That would be insane.
That would be the perfect tone shift. Like, oh, they're in the shit right now.
Yeah. He was like, everybody dies.
Fucking Don Cheadle's like, dude.
He's like, not everybody. Is Kevin gonna be mad?
But yeah, anyway. I think that just about wraps it up for our Suicide Squad spitball session.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. If you like this episode, leave a like on YouTube. If you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, go ahead and leave us a follow, and we will be back next time with more HeadCanon.
That's right. Appreciate y'all. Good night.